quarter and that group that was out there, you guys just completely ripped the game away. How were you able to get that done?
I think it was a team effort. Started on defense and then closing out possessions on the glass. There were a lot of times where I couldn't get two onto the ball, but it got to the point where I was just trying to make sure they didn't get it. So, and then somebody was going to come up with it. So, we had fortunate bounces on some of those, but after that, we got on transition, got good looks, uh, you know, found what we were trying to get to, and made plays with confidence.
What was important for you as a team and your role in that early? It just seemed like you were keeping the offense going with your energy and shot making, of course.
Yeah, just trying to come out and be aggressive. Take what the game's given me, and I feel like I did a good job of that. Good job looking for opportunities to be aggressive. Got to continue that, and I think that my defense fed my offense, and my offense fed my defense. So it's a good cycle to be in, and I just got to continue it forward.
Mark just mentioned that this looked like a type of game where you could have gone off for 30-something, whatever, but just continue to make the right play, and the only stat you care about at the end is the win. Just where does that mentality come from, that selfishness to be prioritizing the team's success at all times?
Yeah. Just I've played long enough, and I have an understanding that, when you're trying to force your way to certain things that isn't a win, one, it usually hurts your team, and two, a lot of times you don't end up winning. Especially you can get baited early into a game. I still think I have to be aggressive, be more aggressive, but it has to be within, still within, making the right play. I feel like I did a good job of that tonight, and got to continue it forward. But even when you have a crazy individual game, if you lose, the narrative is still, it wasn't enough. And then the narrative is nitpicking all the little stuff. And it's like, if you win the game, everybody gets to smile, everybody gets to, have a good game. Everybody gets to enjoy the flight that we have. So, I always try to focus on winning the game first, and let everything else take care of itself. But that doesn't mean don't go out and be aggressive and try to make right plays. I think I have to continue to do that at a higher level as well.
It's obviously a long season. Every team's going to go through, ups and downs. Just what do you feel like you guys have been doing so well to get this team back on track now, 5 straight wins?
Just sticking with it. Like I said, when you lose, everyone acts like the ceiling's caving in and the sky's falling, and sell the team. And I don't think anybody's saying that, but but that's what it feels like. I'm sure. Like I said, when you lose, everything's nitpicked, everything's under a microscope, and you can't lose sight of who you are, what you do, and how to do those things. When you're going through those times, you kind of at times have to survive so that then you can thrive. And it's not like we're in the clear and we're past all of that forever. It's the NBA. Teams are good, schedules are tough. This is basketball, but there's also life. So it's like you just have to stay steady, understand that hard times, bad games are going to happen, and you just have to continue to stick with it, and then not get too high when things are going good, because you still got to continue to be better. Other teams are keying in on what's going well, and they're trying to take that away. So you got to. It's a never-ending cycle.
The opening couple of minutes of the fourth quarter, how instrumental was that in tonight's victory?
It was huge. I feel like we were playing really good on defense, and even with getting smashed on the boards, we were doing a great job of limiting their production. And I feel like for a good part of the game, we couldn't really get anything sustaining on offense. And because of that, they were able to hang around. And it could have been a game down to the wire. Going in the fourth, it was, like you said, 2 points. And, if you mess around with that game, you could end up down 10 going into that first timeout. So, It was huge that we came out. We punched first in the fourth, and kind of didn't slow up from there.
Chet, it seemed like the referees, it seemed like a pretty physical game, and the referees will let you guys play.
Yeah.
You think that fits your style of play? Do you like those type of games? Or?
It doesn't. I don't like to focus on what the refs are doing. If they call a game tight or if they call a game loose, as long as they call it consistently. If there's a light tap on the arm on a pickup and they let it go on one side and let it go on the other side, cool, it's fair. Within the first few minutes of the game, you're gonna know how they're calling it. They were letting certain contact go. They were calling, the bad technique or bad positioning fouls. Reach-in, slaps, but they were allowing. Obviously, you can't call that game tight. Everybody's gonna foul out. It's a mash on the glass. Everybody's just beating each other up. So, I don't think how the refs call the game suits us one way or another. We're going to play our game, if they call the game tight or call the game loose, that'll never be why we win or lose a game. It'll be based on how we did our stuff.
Chet, congratulations on the win, and just wanted to know, with Martin Luther King Day on Monday, what does Martin Luther King's legacy of fighting for justice and freedom mean to you?
Obviously, I wasn't around at the time that he was fighting that fight, but I definitely think throughout my whole life, I've felt the positive effects of it. I've played basketball with since a very young age. I've played basketball, and everybody I've played with, whether it's been organized or unorganized at the park, AAU team, whatever, even team now, we have very diverse teams with amazing people, and without a lot of the stuff that he did, as well as others, it was everybody that pitched in deserves credit. I feel like a lot of those things, wouldn't be available to everybody to share together. And a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I work with, a lot of people that I hold close are very diverse from different demographics, and I'm just happy that we're all able to do our thing together. And obviously the world's not in a perfect place right now. We're seeing that even back home where I'm from, but we just have to continue to fight to come together and do things together. Just fight injustices.
I don't mean to put you on the spot,
It'll
but
be the last one then.
All-Star game coming up, do you feel like you've done enough to get some consideration for that?
I'm not focused on, I don't even know how far away that is, when it is. We got Miami coming up. We got a flight going there right when we leave here, and we got to get ready and prep for them. How I feel about that has no effect. It's up to me to go out and try and win these basketball games. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you, Chad.
Great.